definition of mansplaining, but I think it does. I've never had a female do that to me.
Okay.
So
so these next two questions give thought to just kind of your working group within kind of the Marcom PR kind of realm. So how does the manner in which men and women communicate in the workplace influence that end project or campaign that you're working on? And that could lead into the next question, which might help too with an answer. Why is it important to communicate effectively in the workplace when developing the project?
Sorry, repeat the first question.
Yeah, how does the manner in which men and women communicate in the workplace influence the end project or campaign? So kind of think within your work group of, the 2 men, the 8 or so women.
Right.
The manner in which you guys communicate, how does that influence, whatever project you're working on?
Right. I think it, I guess I don't necessarily know if it does.
Okay. That's fine too.
Because I think what impacts it more so is going to be the person delivering or kind of leading or steering the project. So if I think it comes down to seniority. I think it's if it's our director saying we got to do this and it needs to be done now, no questions asked. Everyone's firing on all cylinders to get it done. If it's my equal kind of coworker, we're going to talk through a lot more. We're going to think about what our manager might say. We're going to think about what our director might want to know going into it, where it's going to be a lot more kind of thorough and thought through. And it's really because I should try and think back to when we had another male on our team. He was the male manager, so he was involved with marketing. Whereas the 2 males on our team right now, one of them kind of does billing, so it doesn't really apply a lot. He just kind of is there for that, strategy. The other one does more research. So kind of the communication group is really all female. I think we can tend to overthink it. I think we can tend to overthink certain projects and certain deliverables, whereas again with our female sort of the director level, we don't overthink it at all. And I think it's just she has the respect of having been here for 15 years and knowing the way around. So I guess I've never really kind of thought about how gender plays into that, and I think that is just largely because apart from maybe the the overthinking aspect, but I think it is. We as a team don't really see or don't really think about gender because we're all female, and the 2 males on the team are of different capacities in their workspace. So everyone kind of owns their own work area. So
are there times in your job when you have to hide your true feelings?
Ooh, yes.
So dealing with management, lawyers.
It's more so dealing with my my colleagues, actually. Okay. I think because of the structure of our group, we have a director, then we have the management level, then there's kind of about 3 of us who are all sort of on the same plane. I think that's where, when you're kind of on equal playing field, that's sort of when you have to kind of not be 100% truthful to that person because you're not in charge of them. Right. I think it's, a certain way that we all kind of own our own spaces in our profession. So one person handles, a certain set of skills. I do a lot of the digital. The other person handles events. So I think we can bounce ideas off of each other, but we're not always 100% truthful because we're all female, and I think a lot of us are more sensitive, and B, we're not in charge of that person. So we can't really I can tell them what I think, but a lot of the times it's almost like you kind of have to let them make their own mistake because you're not really you know, you're not their boss, and if
right.
you know, you don't have that authority or that ability to sort of approach them. And I think I always feel that if I were to say something,
right,
my, you know, my opinion isn't seen with as much value because, again, I'm not their superior.
Sure.
So
okay. So if you're looking at going back to that example of, you know, someone, a lawyer, say, who has that seniority over you, so do you find yourself just putting on a front in those type of conversations?
Yeah.
Or performing?
Yeah, I think it comes with time being here. I think when you first start out, you're very much just going to say yes and tell me how and when, and sure. As you kind of get more comfortable with the attorneys and with your role, I think we're able to be a little more honest.
Okay.
But there are some people who just won't respond to that. And I do think, you know,